Hi Libra, I'm your Empress Divine. You're watching the Empress Divine Channel, and this is your Venus and Aries reading. Listen, Venus moved into Aries February 7th and will be there until March 4th. Now we also going to have the Mercury retrograde, which is hopping up in the mix while Venus is in Aries. So while I was meditating, I just heard all's fair in love and war, okay? Now we're going to see what's up, because Venus is the planet all about the things that make life sweet, the things that make good memories, the beauty, the love, the luxury, all of those sweet things in life, the fantasy life, utopia. That is Venus. But we have Venus simmering in war-torn Aries. It's a battle, it's a war, it's aggression, it's assertiveness, it is fighting, it's anger, it's all of that. In Aries, it's chaos, it's something in its infancy, so it's disorganization and disorder, but we want to make the best out of it. We want to make it sweet. So let's see how that's working for you, Libra. Let's get our goddess guidance first. Leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. That's a fight all in itself. Taking a risk, but guess what? Aries take risks. Aries is all about risky behavior. So with Venus, even though it's in her detriment in Aries, with Venus here, it's good for you. And Libra, Aries is your sister sign, meaning it's your polar opposite. So that would mean Venus would be transiting your 7th house. Yeah, Venus would be transiting your 7th house, which is your house of relationships. So that's good for you, Libra. With Venus in the house of relationships, that makes connections, worth pursuing. So let's see what's going on here with your tarot cards. What do the tarot have to say? 3 of Staffs, so forward movement. Seeing things progress. 3 of Swords, okay. On the same token, wherever things are progressing, they're progressing from a place that was maybe a disappointment or some heartbreak, some triggering effects here. Wherever that was the case, it's progressing. Now, if the situation that's progressing means that the triggers and the heartbreaks and the disappointments are progressing, then Houston, we have a problem. But if it means progress in terms of healing, then that's good. Because I do see the 8 of Cups card here, which means that you are allowing yourself to move away from unstable situations and unstable emotions. And like I said, that can fall in 2 ways. That can be if something is progressing and it's getting worse, that type of progression, then you have the 8 of Cups saying that you can, and also leap of faith, you can move away from that. It's all up to you to move away from that. And if you do choose to move away, you have the support of people who truly do care and love for you and who've been on your side for a long time, there to help you while you go and get and do what's best for you. Now, for the other half who are, you're seeing a situation that used to disappoint you, a relationship that gave you a lot of heartbreak, or you learned a lot of harsh lessons from it. You're seeing it progress in the way that you two are moving forward and you're focusing on the big picture, much less on little nitpicky and little arguments and things like that. And you're starting to pay attention to how the two of you affect the people who are around you. And you're wanting to do what's best for yourself. And in wanting to do what's best for yourself, you're also coming stronger as a partner. Becoming stronger as a partner, wanting to do the right thing, wanting to say the right thing, wanting to, put an end to the mess, and just basically work together to make it work. Now, it has some extra little cards there at the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant, a spiritual aspect. So if you've been looking into spirituality more, meaning you've been working on yourself in terms of how you come in this relationship, what energy you're bringing to the relationship, then it's working. And I feel like it's working in ways that you didn't even predict it would work. Like while you explore your spirituality, a lot of your intuition is starting to be activated. A lot of the things that maybe you didn't notice before is starting to be activated. Things that you wouldn't have even paid attention to, now you're starting to decode. You may even find yourself in conspiracy mode, and you start realizing that a lot of things that that maybe you thought were just, it's just all in fun and no one really cares, when the relationship may have been in a state of disorder, you start realizing exactly what you're saying and doing that's not good, that's fostering toxic patterns, that is lending to possible future health, possible future mental health issues. Like, you're really getting to the root of how everything you say matters, how much power there really is in the tongue. I'm feeling here, because the Seven of Swords, man, I don't think you realize just how powerful the words that you say are. It's like you don't realize the power in them. It has the power to uplift, or the power to kill, and it's a lot of responsibility to pay attention to every single thing you say, to have your mind so disciplined that you watch your every word, because you know the power that's behind it. That's a real task for an air sign, because we like to talk, some more than others, depending on whatever your aspects are. But you're seeing, basically mirror imaging. There's power of life and there's power of death. The Ten of Cups is, there can be so much there. There's so much potential in a situation. There's so much love here. And then there's also, this thing can go sideways real quick. Shit can go left field real fast with the right words said, especially if they're used as weapons, because there's just so much power in the tongue. And I feel like it is a big responsibility on you. Libra, with this relationship, I really do feel like I said, there's a chance here to basically be at a crossroads, to decide which direction you want to go forward in from here to the rest of your life, or at least for, a long period from now. And it's up to you to take that risk. Do you want to stay in a place, if you have the relationship where you feel like it's messy and no one's really paying attention to the other's feelings, or if you see some patterns repeating itself that maybe you had in your childhood and you're starting to see them like in your children, or you're looking at your own relationship and wondering, is this the same type of relationship that I've seen people in my family go through, and how did their relationship turn out? How did their children turn out? Because there's a generational aspect here with all of those tens. That's for sure. There's a generational aspect here. And it's 3 tens, 30. 3 plus 0 equals 3, which is a seed. And then we back to the threes here. Y'all better pay attention. Look, 3, 3, 3. You have 3 threes, and then you have 3 tens. Baby, this is exactly what I mean. Like, that type of paying attention, that type of vigilance. Something is waking you up during this Venus and Aries period. Something is really waking you up to where you realize, like, we're not just here to, eat, sleep, shit, pay bills, go to work, have sex, and that's about it. We're not just animals like that. We are spiritual beings. And this leap of faith is a spiritual card. You have someone who looks basically like an angel that can fly up in this like spiritual realm. And you're seeing things for what they really are now. And it's up to you to start changing around your 3D life based on what you're seeing in the spirit now. Again, we have an 8 of Cups, another 8 of Cups. So we have a double 8 going on here. That's just backing up the fact that you're thinking about moving. Not like necessarily like for real moving, but you're realizing that you can't stay here. You have to ascend. Basically, you feel the shifts. You feel the shifts. We had a real big shift at the beginning of 2020. We stepped into a whole different portal. If you're wondering why 2020 has been so crazy already, it's because there's shifts. And any times that there are shifts like this, things get crazy. The status quo is shaken up. So we're having a real big shift, and you're just feeling this urge to do a shift also. King of Swords, again, someone who's very responsible with his tongue. The King of Swords don't talk a whole lot, but when he talks, it's very powerful. Six of Swords, you're moving to a more healthy place. Two of Wands, just being more decisive, being more cognizant and decisive about what it is that you say, what it is that you do. Another Page of Swords, basically watching your words. I really feel like this reading is telling Libra to just kind of watch your mouth. Because a lot of, like, this Three of Swords card, the heartbreaking things that happen within this relationship, it has a lot to do with verbal. Swords are signifiers of verbal communication, and it's right to the heart. And Libra feminine, I feel like a lot of times you know exactly what to say to hit somebody right there in the heart. And that can be a problem. That could be one of the issues here. So with this leap of faith card, it's like you're really leaping into your spirituality, really understanding, like, when you speak, that's vibration, that's energy, that's power. Source itself, God itself, spoke and created worlds. When you speak, that's a vibration, that's power. You speak into a situation, you can kill it, you can revive it. And I feel like that's what's going on here. You have the opportunity to either just completely off something or to revive it, to replenish it with your communication. But it's like you have to move away from those unstable emotions. And I feel that's something that was kind of inherited. Unstable emotions, or a propensity to thrive in unstable conditions, or, you know, something like that. In some way, you've kind of grown comfortable with being unstable. Yeah, you could have, you know, everything together on paper, but you've grown comfortable with being in emotionally or spiritually unstable environments. And that's not healthy. So you have a chance here to reconcile all of that and to do what's best for yourself, and also to become your best self. You know, exploring your spirituality, that's going to help you become your best self. And it's also going to help you to be a better partner. But there's a lot of synchronicities, a lot of spiritual aspects that I'm seeing here. So basically, Libra, I feel like you're going through a very spiritual time. You're being taken back to a very pure and innocent energy, or you're being more exposed to it, or you're paying more attention to it. Spirituality has a very big factor going on here, and it's going to play a big part in whether the relationship that you're currently in, or the connection that you're currently nurturing, whether it completely falls apart or whether it goes forward and flourishes. It's all up to you, okay? So Libra, that has been your Venus in Aries reading. Watch that mouth, Libra. Watch that mouth. There's the power of life and death in the tongue. But thank y'all so much for watching. I ask that you like, subscribe, comment, let me know how it's affecting you or what signs you're seeing. Oh, especially with that Mercury retrograde coming up, y'all, please, because for some people this reading was basically like a foreshadowing or a precursor, letting you know that if you allow that Mercury retrograde to have you out here talking crazy to people and saying triggering things, this could very well be the end of a long-term relationship. Or if you learn how to evaluate it and, you know, evaluate your speech or your communication styles, this could really be the launching pad for a beautiful communicative relationship from here forth. So it's going to be up to you, Libra, okay? I know we're going to be pulled towards the bad side with the retrograde and you being in Aries, or your Venus being in Aries, basically fight mode, challenge mode. But, you know, stick past it, be strong, stick with it, love and all of that. So comment if you need to vent in my comments, okay? Don't go off on your person, just vent in my comments and we can talk about it, okay? So thank y'all again for watching, commenting, subscribing. I love y'all so much. I just thank y'all for rocking with me, and I'll see y'all next time, Libra. Bye.